everyone! Today we are going to do question 103. Let's start by reading the question. If your town was hit by a natural disaster, such as an earthquake, what would you do to help your neighbors? Why? First, let's look at the words natural disaster. So they give us one example, such as an earthquake, which recently that has been in the news in Gyeongju. So maybe we could use that one, earthquake. There's also typhoons or a volcano or many other things that we can think of. And what about our neighbors? Who are these people? These are the people who live near us. So if an earthquake did hit Korea, would you help the people next to you? And how? Why? Let's look at our sample answer. If my town were hit by a natural disaster, I would help my neighbors by making sure they had enough clean bottled water to survive until rescuers could arrive. This sentence is our introduction or our topic sentence. So they used the question to help make their first sentence. This is a very good way to start your answer if you don't know how to start your answer. So we learned that they would help their neighbors by giving them clean water. Okay. Humans need water more than anything else to survive, but water supplies could be damaged or destroyed in a natural disaster. So, why did they choose to give clean bottled water? They tell us, because water supplies can be damaged during the disaster, and water is very important for humans. So when you do your answer, you need to make sure to give very good details explaining why you are doing these things and why specifically it's connected to a natural disaster. Here comes their example. For example, a drainage pipe could break during an earthquake, causing the general water supply to be contaminated. All right. First, let's look at the word contaminated. Contaminated means that the water is somehow dirty or it can't be used. Something has come into the water and made it unusable. And I like, in their example, they used a specific example. The pipe broke and it caused the water to be contaminated. Please, when you make examples, use a specific example that really explains and shows you understand why you are saying what you are saying. Okay, let's continue. Bottled water, however, is protected in plastic containers that are difficult to break. This sentence, what are we explaining here? It's explaining why we are going to use bottled water specifically. I'm not just going to come up and be like, hey, here's a bucket of water. Okay, the bottled water is going to be much better for the survivors. Since bottled water will provide clean water that is necessary for survival, I will provide it to my neighbors who are hit by a natural disaster until help arrives. This would be invaluable for their survival. So this last part is their concluding sentence. Please, you must add a concluding sentence. This explains what you talked about and it finishes our conversation that you're giving me in this little writing that you're doing. Okay, so this one, they started off by explaining why they need clean bottled water and that it is going to help their neighbors. So usually when we do our writing, we ask that you give us 2 reasons with details. This writing only gave us 1 reason, but many details. That's okay. This is a different way that you can write your answer. If you think you can't come up with so many details for 1 reason, give me 2 reasons. with the details for each one. So what else could we do for our neighbors if there's a natural disaster? We could give them blankets or clothes or food, or what about just letting them come into our homes? There's many, many ways we can help our neighbors. Please, make sure you come up with a very good original idea with 2 details and explain to me why you are going to do that for your neighbors. Okay, good luck, guys!